The first thing you need to make ghee is butter. Any brand, salted or unsalted works, just make sure it's real butter. I personally always go for the cheapest. Today that's this brand, so I'm picking up 2 pounds and getting to work. The work begins by letting the butter get to room temperature. It takes about an hour or 2. We want it to be nice and soft. Then we find a heavy bottom pan, and then we boil the butter. The most critical thing to this process is to make sure it's not covered at any point. Not during boiling, not the resting period, and not even during storage until it begins to solidify. We don't want any moisture to contaminate it. It will make the ghee sour. Other than that, it's a very simple, straightforward process. Once your pot is loaded and the butter has reached a boil, reduce the heat to a medium-high and let it boil for as long as it takes for the layers to separate. It'll roughly take anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes depending on your pot and the amount of butter you're boiling. Once the boil has mellowed to look like this and the butter has separated to have these small translucent layers of bubbles covering the yellow gold butter underneath, it's time to turn off our burner and safely remove the pot from the heat. We're going to put it to rest somewhere safe away from pets and children for at least an hour and a half because the residual heat is going to continue our clarification process. Once that hour and a half has passed and you can comfortably touch the outside of the pot, your ghee is ready to be strained and stored. This batch that I just did with 2 pounds of butter gave us close to 32 ounces, but around the same time, my mom turned 16 pounds of butter into over 2 gallons. So you can make as little or as much as you want, as long as you've got the appropriate size pot for it to boil in. The process will be the same.